The top 3 Umbreon cards of all time. I saw somebody sell a Floette from Sun and Moon. Sold listing for a Floette common from Sun and Moon. Guess how much it sold for? Guess.
10.
No.
More or less?
More.
No.
$20. 20 Australian dollars, dude. So, Kagemaru Himeno was in Melbourne, which is just, it was fantastic. It was really cool. Got to meet her as well, which was just crazy. I was so shook. I was just like,
yeah. All it takes is a video like this. People don't know what they like. They're getting inspired by someone charismatic. All it takes is a short video like that to go absolutely crazy. Welcome to Pokeca Talk, the podcast where two Pokemon card collectors share real opinions, deep dives, and unfiltered takes about the Pokemon card game. Let's talk Pokeca.
welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Pokeca Talk podcast, the podcast where we talk about all the stuff occurring in the Pokemon card space unabashedly. My name is Julian. I go by okJLUV online. I'm here with PrimalLugia. Zach, how you going, buddy?
I'm doing fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And let's do this. Hello, Julian. How are you?
I'm good. I've been busy. Lots been happening. Actually. Well, something very, very cool happened in Melbourne that I want to speak about today. But a lot has been happening online. Most things happen online with Pokemon TCG, but there are some things that happened, I guess, on the ground locally that don't really come into discussion much because maybe they don't grab as much attention as something like, PSA's graded card controversy or Ninja Spinner coming out. Obviously, that's like very exciting. But yeah, I mean, a couple of things that I want to speak about today because there's a lot. We're not hyping it. There is a lot though. I met Kagemaru Himeno, famous illustrator, manga illustrator, and very, very esteemed Pokemon card artist. You would have definitely seen a lot of her illustrations over the years. I want to speak about the resurgence of vintage, specifically Japanese vintage. It feels like it's going through a big hype period. The reprints of the Tohoku, Fukuoka, and Hiroshima special Pikachu boxes, I want to call them, and Mega Dream EX. So there's another reprint of those. Mega Dream EX, that's kind of a given, but those special Pikachu boxes are getting printed again. They're going up for lottery on the Pokemon Center. And you had a couple of things that you want to speak about as well that were happening on your side over in, well, I don't want to dox you. Is that public knowledge?
The Netherlands.
Damn. Yeah, everybody knows. Well, you dox yourself, but some stuff has been happening over on your side of the world.
In the Netherlands, where I live, yes, there's some things happening. First, I want to talk about what is actually happening right now is for everyone in the world. Perfect Order pre-release.
Yep.
That happened, and that is also happening next week. Very, very interesting pre-release. And if you never played or touched Pokemon trading card game, in terms of playability, what a pre-release is, just the basics out there. 2 weeks before set releases, you can play a small tournament on which you get a pre-release kit like this. It's called Build and Battle Kit. Includes 4 packs of the latest set, and you get 3 packs when you enter the tournament. Up to 3 packs. And what is happening right now is there's like Pokepets. That's very, very, very playable card. And the Senate Heroes, it's like terrible to get because again, it's a special set. And for some reason, it's very hard to pull. And in the previous kits, you get Pokepets. And not in every kit, you get a Pokepet. So that is not very fun.
It's really silly though how they did that because there's 4 different decks you can get from a build and battle kit. I think 3 have the Pokepad. 1 of the decks has 4 pads in it.
Yes.
And then 2 decks have 2, and then 1 has 0.
Something like that. Yeah. Because one is better than against the other types. But that out of the way, anyway. that went quite well. I had a lot of fun. Meowth special art was pulled. Not seeing Rosa, but cool. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. I was playing it and very cool. I didn't pull anything crazy out of my 7 packs, but there's a little, I don't want to say drama behind it, but
Is
what
this
I
like your
did,
pre-release?
yes,
The one that you held. Yeah.
I host pre-release, but at my own league. But one I do play and one I do host. So to spread
Gotcha. Yeah.
everything evenly and give everyone
Yeah.
a chance to play, which is fun also as well.
Yeah.
And when I was like arrived yesterday at my league, and there was like 3 kits left, sold out on Friday, and I was like talking to the store, who bought those last 3 kits? I need those for registration purposes. And yeah, that person was calling literally to us where those kits were. They were not sent to that person, and that person, they had no idea that these were that this person bought a event ticket. They thought, oh, I bought Pokemon cards. Yes, from perfect order, and where are my kits? And I was like, oh no, not again. Is this actually happening? People cannot read. This literally out there on the webpage that this is a tournament event, and people don't know this is not a product you get sent.
Wait, so did they come? So this is a person that bought a ticket or bought did they buy it online and then they've come to the store?
No. They never went to the store. There was like, and they got refunded, but usually they don't get refunded. But this saves the hassle of people complaining. But if people don't come, you don't get a refund. That's actually the rule there.
Yeah.
But the owner said, we can do all sorts of things, but full refund, and let's leave it at that. But I was like, wow. So there were 2 kits not sold because 2 people didn't come. And people just don't realize, you are literally burning the store because of this. Yeah. And we are not giving you this kits for free because that is not meant to be sold. If people do catch you selling those kits...
It's like a standalone product, yeah.
Yes. If stores are being caught selling those kits without running a tournament, they get not necessarily banned, but they get in trouble.
I feel like after the pre-releases happened though, like because you often see build and battle kits for sale like months after.
Yes.
Yeah. For like whatever's left over. Yeah.
But they are actually meant to play first. So that aside, everything went well, but this thing going on, I see this past sets, and it's just like people actually approached the store. They saw the full cases of the build and battle kits. Can I get them all? And the store owners and the store owner really thought, no, we can't. Why not? The products are there. I will not tell anything. And I said, no, this is for a tournament. The people just do not realize that these kits are not meant for normal selling, if you know what I mean, because it's a great deal. You get 7 packs for like 30-ish euros, which is a great deal. Pokemon Company gives you a full booster box as like pricing.
As prize support, yeah.
Yes, so that's a great deal to play.
It's like, it's a weird one because like the concept of pre-release is like fantastic, but it's always been a very, pre-release is like a grassroots kind of thing. Like you've got to know, you've got to be in the know, or like you've got to be in the local space to know that they're going on. I wouldn't know a pre-release event was going on myself unless I was in specific Facebook, Melbourne community Facebook groups. I got a notification. Like I know I got a message, one's on tonight. So I can go to one tonight but that's because I'm in the Facebook group. But if it wasn't for that, zero advertising. Like there's just like zero awareness of it. And like we spoke about this in the last episode, and I went on a bit of a tangent rant about how I think TPCI's approach to marketing is like pretty ordinary. But this is probably another example of it, because the lack of marketing around it means new people don't get to learn what is happening. Like, hey, you can get some cards from the newest set very, very early. And
in a fun way.
You could partake, and you could partake in like what would potentially be like a really fun and rewarding event for you. They don't get to see that because there's no like targeted ad campaign to say like, hey, this is happening. pre-releases are
Right.
starting up. Yeah. And then also because of the lack of that, then you get, well, there's like a lack of information and people don't actually know what it is when they see it in the stores. And so then you end up in situations like, you know, your end where the LGS is like, brother, I cannot sell it to you even if I wanted to. And then you also get people buying tickets online thinking they're getting some packs delivered to them when in reality it's an event ticket. And, you know, I'm surprised that your LGS refunded them because it should be treated as like an ordinary ticket. If you buy a ticket to the movies, you don't go to the movie, you get a refund. You know what I'm saying?
It's really like that. But for his sake, he said, "Hey, no drama, just go."
Fair, yeah. Just eat. Sometimes it's just easy to do that.
It's easy to give someone's money back instead of dealing with the trouble of going through all of that for what?
Yeah.
We have other problems to deal with. But hey, if you are listening by any means, go to pre-release.
Zach loves his pre-releases.
I love
biggest ambassador.
Why? I'm a big ambassador because, and this is the best example, Lugia, for example. No, you get to open a set 2 weeks before release. And for many people, this is the first way to play Pokemon cards. And this is the way how I did it in terms of going to Pokemon League. This is pre-release was the first way I got into contact with Pokemon League. And there's all sorts of new people you will meet. And when I went to the first pre-release, I believe it was Guardians Rising, I believe. I said to myself, hey, I want to do this as well. That got me semi-inspired to do a Pokemon League as well in my own city. So, we go a long way back on pre-release. But definitely go to pre-release once. And also, by the way, there are people who buy kits and want to leave the event as soon as they get the kit.
That's me.
That's you. But that's not how it's supposed to be. You have to open the kit. Otherwise, you will not receive your 3 extra packs.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I mean, that's me. That's also me. Like, look, I like pre-release, but I have to have nothing else going on.
Yeah.
For me to go to pre-release. Like, I was thinking, do I go to pre-release tonight? And I'm like, I think there's a whole bunch of other things that I would rather do. Like, I started playing Resident Evil 8. So I'm like, I'd rather play Resident Evil 8 tonight than go to pre-release.
So the thing is, on a serious note, there are stores that don't care.
Serious.
No, there are stores that do not care about allocation. But what is important and why I'm very hesitant on giving people those kits, and technically they bought their kit and they're free to leave, but I will not go into business with you again if I see that, because
it's fair.
We have allocation.
You're violating the sacred law.
No, it's not a sacred law, but for example, our league has allocation for 40 kits. So each time we sell out those 40 kits, we get 10 more allocation to grow. So 50 kits next time, for example. And each time I do not report a player that is playing this, for example, the next pre-release I register maybe 10 players over 20.
You get less
next
kids.
Time as well, we get less kits. So in that sense, you are burning the store. So
there's some stores in the States that take players' trainers' IDs from like cups and challenges, and then they like save the player IDs. And then when there's like random tournaments, they just like put like their league nights where it doesn't matter, and they just put them in at league night so that they prop up their numbers so that they get more allocation. That's crazy. I
mean, if you get caught, you get caught. That's honestly the thing I can say. But you never know who's coming. That's the thing. Always be cautious and also just be honest. Honestly, there's nothing to hide. But let's move on.
It's pretty funny. I will say though, it's pretty funny that for a set that everyone said was mid, you're still getting instances like that in the Netherlands. So like if that's happening there,
crazy. I
can only imagine what it's like going on in the States where, because like ultimately, you know what it all comes down to is like, what do you think? Okay, what do you think that person that wanted to buy all those pre-release kits want to do with those?
Likely to flip.
Yeah. and flip where? But where they want to flip them?
On secondary marketplace, like the Craigslist sites, eBay. You know what I mean?
Not even that. It's straight to rip and shippers because they need. That's where it's at. It's like because if you, I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago there was a YouTuber. His name was Seismic Shock. I don't know if you saw this. His name was Seismic Shock TV. And
can't remember.
He put up a video because someone from a US factory or whatever, somehow, somewhere, there was a listing for Silver Tempest packs, and it was like 5 or 7 weeks before the set was meant to come out.
Right.
And allegedly, he bought the packs online, and then what he did do was that he made a video of him doing, Silver Tempest opening, but it was like way before release, right? And the ninjas came, like TPCI sent the ninjas, shut that whole operation down. They took the cards off, like they asked him to like provide the cards. The video went down. It was like a big joke. He's left the scene because he was just a bit of a guy, a bit of a character. But it was like he bought them off eBay allegedly. That just wouldn't happen anymore because the precedent was set. It's like you can't take that stuff and then put it on eBay because it's like clear. Like there's like a very clear paper trail. But now with live selling and rip and ship platforms, it's like, where'd you get the packs? And then they're just like, but if you want to buy them, they're like $30 a pack.
You can vanish.
And so then that's where, because it's like there's no paper trail. That's where it's going.
Yeah.
So very, very interesting. Very interesting. Perfect order. It's a flop set, but hey, gotta feed the hungry lions. Don't you?
There's no product anymore. Funny because talking a bit about that more product. There's I remember with Pokemon Day, which is like 2-3 weeks ago now. The week before Pokemon Day, I was talking to the owner of the local game store that I host my Pokemon League at, and I was saying, hey, can you maybe not give discount on some, like for example, Journey Together packs, which is the most they had in the store. And he told me, let's see, I can't guarantee you that because I have like no product left anymore, almost. And I said, but you are a Play Store, right? Right? A Play Store. You should have packs. Yes, I agree, but I don't get packs anymore and it's just all dry and empty. So we called the distributor, the official TPCI distributor, and they basically would get back to him, didn't get back to them, was like being told, hey, with 2 people, we will see what we have in stock. And then the distributor guy that apparently was on vacation finally came back. It was like the last 2-3 days before Pokemon Day. Yes, he got 2 to 3 boxes. I mean, that's super crazy because I was literally talking to a friend who is not a Play Store. The same distributor said, hey, if you want more guarantee on products, be a Play Store. Oh, so that doesn't make sense. So my Play Store here has to almost beg for product to have their store running, to their Pokemon League running.
Yeah.
And then the other guy gets told, be a Play Store, and maybe you get more product, more guarantee. I mean, what is happening right now with all the products? Where are they going to?
Yeah, it's like they can't, like I saw 3 booster boxes is like nothing these days. Like
nothing.
They can't list the booster boxes as available for sale because they'll just get swallowed instantly.
Yeah.
The packs, so then they got to like filter the packs out. And that's how like most of my LGSs do it. If you want to buy packs, it's like 1 per person. It's like, that's just how it be these days. That's fine. I mean, when you say there's like no product, I was like, cap. Because when Ascendant Heroes came out, at least here, it was very easy to get. Like, you just have to get up early. And I think if you got up, but then also like unemployed things, not that I'm unemployed, but like liberty of being able to work for myself.
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted at all. It's actually moments like these where I'm like, oh, wait, not everybody can do this. Because like Friday morning, I could get up, do some work, go buy the cards, come back, my day goes on. But yes, obviously if you have a office job or set hours, you can't go do that. So it is hard.
Difficult.
I shouldn't have said that. Give me the lashes. Whack me. Sorry, guys. But
No, so it's not a problem.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the first few weeks, I reckon like the first week it's there, you just gotta go hunting, which is like part of the fun. And then after that, it's like, okay, cool, we're in the desert again. And I think that's where it is with like, what was the last box set that came out? Phantasmal Flame.
Phantasmal, yes.
And Mega Evolution. Like you don't see that on the shelves. Ascent of Heroes, I don't know, do you see it on the shelves where you are?
My edges got quite a decent allocation in terms of ETBs. But the other price is just, I don't see it, honestly. And I did get a ETB, and by the way, quick check. I did pull something great out of it.
Oh yeah?
Let me summarize my box.
Let me get, I got a good pull too. Get yours out.
Okay. I'll hold it onto the camera. Yes,
Ooh,
that is
nice.
one.
Yeah.
Iono's Watrel illustration rare. And then we got, of course, that's the ETB promo, and Zekrom, which is, again, equally fantastic.
Did you get any R-rares?
No, that was the only art rare, the Iono's Watrel.
Besides
and this is the Friend Ball Pikachu. Or was it Friend Ball?
Nice. That is cute.
Really like this art, and I bought
That's a very nice illustration.
I agree. By Kamonabe, bought the mirror foil reverse cards from Star Deck 100. Definitely recommend buying that card. It's like 50 to 100 yen. I mean, come on, what are you talking about? Look at this. It's fantastic.
The Star Deck 100 reverse is 5,200 yen.
Yes.
How much was that? How much was the Umbreon that we were talking about the other day? What was that? What was it from again?
What Umbreon?
What was that Umbreon? The Umbreon I linked it to you. Because you've got like it's an Umbreon that's missing from your collection.
Oh, the Chinese Umbreon.
No. It was a Japanese promo from like 2018. Wait, I've searched our chat.
Oh, you mean the Kawayo one, the tournament, the tournament promo?
Yeah, the 140/XYP 2015 gym promo.
Yes.
How much was that at release?
I don't want to talk about it.
It was 5,200 yen, dude. And how much is it now? It's a PSA 10. Someone's trying to sell it for $14,000 US.
That boat has sailed for me, unfortunately.
I think that is like, I'm going to go out and say it. If someone said to me the top 3 Umbreon cards of all time, I'm going.
Wait. I wasn't finished. Let me
Sorry,
let me quickly.
I know. My bad.
The sisters, the sisters,
okay.
And then the final Big Bang. Stevens
I remember you did share that. Yeah.
I was very happy. Very, very happy.
Slow down, brother. Just slow down.
I can't contain my excitement, unfortunately. Stevens Metagross special illustration, a rare.
That is a good card. Okay.
That is a good card.
If someone was to say to me top 3 Umbreon cards all time, I'm going to say Karen's Umbreon from VS, Hajime Kusajima.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put that promo in there by Kawayo as like 2.
That's fair.
3 is really hard because like, actually, you know what? I'm going to just go with the Umbreon by Kagemaru Himeno from Magma v Aqua. It's just a holo. That's my top 3.
Okay. I again, it's all nice art. Can't lie. Funny is, I believe 2 to 3 years ago, I did a Umbreon Tier List live stream.
Yeah.
So I was talking about this at some point. What is my top Umbreon cards? And what I believe was top, first of all, Karen's Umbreon, definitely. And I think number 2 or 3, the McDonald's Umbreon promo. So you have the Aquapolis Umbreon, which is at night on the clock tower. And then you have the alternative artwork by Arita, which is Umbreon, the same Umbreon on the clock tower waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
and that's fantastic. And the third one, I cannot remember what it actually is. That is
Well, if you
very
had to
bad
go
for
the
me.
third one now, what would it be now? Without trying to remember what you put as on your tier list.
I really like the Call of Legends Umbreon artwork, and Daunted as well. But I think the Call of Legends is so cool by Arita. That's the one I actually got signed as well. The German Call of Legends holo, which is super stunning. Unfortunately, it's like a silver marker, very difficult spot. But I believe that is my top 3. And while you're talking, I will quickly double check my tier list
Yeah,
claims.
go back and check if you were actually in line with you. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I've been streamed for a hot minute, and I've been thinking I want to get back into streaming. It's been way too long, and I think it would be fun to do stuff like that, just tier listing. Where did you put the gym promo? Well, I can't see. It's very hard for me to see.
Wait. Let me zoom in first.
Dude, you smacked all the 3D. You were just like, no.
Yes,
all the 3D ones. You were just like, get
chill.
the hell out of here.
Can you see it?
Oh, look at that. Yep.
My memory serves me right. Terence Umbreon, McDonald's Umbreon, and Mr. Call of Legends. Now we are there. Where do we put? I think it's a solid list. Maybe they could have been more.
But he put Terrestrial Festival's Umbreon.
Oh. Zoomed in too much. But it wasn't out yet by then. So
yeah, but where would you put it now?
A B tier. B tier. Yeah. I'm talking purely artwork, not a complete card with texturing. I was talking what is pure art that I think I like the best.
What about the reverse holo from that set? The Master Ball holo.
That is a nice one. I think in the upper B tier / A tier, difficult. I like the which one? The Scarlet and Violet, the next to the. Which one was it
that
again?
One is pretty good.
Yeah, the one in the forest. I don't know what the Rika artwork. I think I like that one more purely because of how it looks. It's very unique Umbreon, in my opinion, in terms of styling. Haven't seen an Umbreon drawn that way. And it's just like, hey, I caught an Umbreon in a forest. Let me catch it. That is how I see this card. Coming back to your Terrestrial Festival Umbreon, it's a nice card, but I like the other one more. So it would like float between B and A tier.
Okay. I'm surprised you've got the Magma via Aqua Umbreon so low. I would have thought that would definitely be an A tier. That's probably one of the best Umbreons. That's like, I mean, I think it's top 3. I think it's one of the best Umbreons of all time. But
don't get me wrong, it is a very hard tier list, honestly, and there will always be a dispute. But I have to pick cards, and I'm just feeling what do I pick in a heartbeat, and that's just the top 3. What you see on the S tier, those are the 3 cards that I pick in a heartbeat. I was moving between the Skyridge Umbreon and the Aquapolis Umbreon. I'm not gonna lie, I probably did that in the stream. I vaguely remember. But the Arita, two Arita ones, and the Karen's Umbreon are just fantastic. Honestly,
those E series Umbreons
hit different.
They make me want to pull my nails out. I guess this is a good point to talk about what I wanted to. Something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Well, at least something I've been wanting to talk about the last couple of weeks. It's just the resurgence or the current pump that's going on with vintage Japanese, and even with English E-series as well. So I don't know. Have you seen some of the prices on these cards these days?
I've seen a lot.
Dude, I'm seeing like PSA 10 E-series cards, English or Japanese, selling for like upwards of 3,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 in some instances, and I don't even want to talk about the crystals from those sets. It's ludicrous. Look, at the same time, I think it was just a matter of time for these cards. So as someone that collects them, it's pretty much, it's going to reach the point where it's impossible because my disposable income can't keep up.
I do think the PrimalLugia teaser from the Pokemon Day stream that was teasing like on Pokemon Day at the trailer, they was showing off the anniversary set, very, very big teaser, and the PrimalLugia was in there, and I think that was the cherry on top that popped everything off. People are like now sitting, speculating on Lugia cards, and I collect Lugia cards. I have complete English and Japanese for a Lugia collection, and yes, I've seen new interest in Lugia cards.
I would say right after that announcement or that little teaser for the 30th TCG thing, whatever, we don't know because it was such a I mean, I got thoughts on that, but right after that, a lot of E series cards just were like, okay, see you later. I've been picking up like PSA 9. I've been picking up 9s, CGC 9s, PSA 9s for the last, I want to say like
3 years,
12 to, I would say for the 12 to 24 months since I've been buying them online, because 24 it was cheaper to buy them in Japan. Post 24 it was cheaper to buy them locally unless you found like a really good store in Japan, which is like far and few between. But yeah, when I went to Japan in 23 for Worlds, that was kind of like what kickstarted it for me. I just was like, cool, I'm like all in on vintage now after going through the modern hype cycles. But I've shown some of these cards off before. I've got this is here because I want to crack it, but I think I paid $60 for this. Yeah.
What set is this from again?
This is from Town on No Map.
Expedition.
Right? Town on No Map would be, I'm really bad when it comes to, I know the Japanese names. You got E series is just expeditional base. Then you've got Town on No Map, Wind from the Sea, Mysterious Mountains, and then Split Earth. When it comes to English, I don't know which one it is 1-to-1.
I believe this is Expedition. I believe this is Expedition.
Isn't Expedition the first E series set in Japanese in English?
Right. This is the first set.
So you've got Skyridge, Aquapolis, Expedition.
That's it.
Oh, there was only 3?
Yeah.
Oh, they fused them.
Right.
Ah, well, Town on No Map is the second. Is the second? No, Town on No Map is the third. No, it's the second. Is it the second set? I think Wind from the Sea is. Wind from the Sea is the Wind from the Sea is the third set.
Aquapolis, yeah.
The third? Okay. Yeah. Wind from the Sea is the third Japanese set.
Right.
Town on No Map is the second. So Expedition and Town on No Map. Expedition in English. That makes sense.
Right. And
Wind from the Sea.
Ruby Sapphire came.
Yeah. Wind from the Sea and then Split Earth with 3 and 4. No, Split Earth was the last one. It's Mysterious Mountains is the 4th one. No, Mysterious Mountains is the last one. I'm going on vibes.
I agree. Whatever it is, it will be E-Series.
I'm looking it up. Hang on. We got it now. I gotta look it up now. Bulbapedia, Mysterious Mountains. Actually, because unless you do this, you'll never know. So now I've got to like create the memory. I got to create the memory in my brain so that I never forget.
I did know, but it's just I can't get it in my head right now.
That's fine. Okay, so
yeah,
Skyridge is the last E-Series set.
Correct.
Which is Split Earth and Mysterious Mountains.
Okay, that's solved.
And then Mysterious Mountains is the last Japanese E-Series set. Split Earth is the 4th. So then Expedition, like we said, is the first E-Series English set, which is Expedition and then, or base expansion.
I believe there were like team decks as well. In Japan, you had like a team deck, and I believe some of these cards are in there as well, if you know what I mean.
So Expedition in English is just base expansion E-series in Japanese.
Right.
That's it. It's 1 for 1.
Yeah.
And then Aquapolis is Town or No Map and Wind from the Sea together.
Right.
Cool. So
Solved.
as a recap, this is going to be on the exam. Expedition is base expansion 1 for 1 with some other cards, more cards in Expedition, the English set. And then Aquapolis, the second E-series English set, is Town on No Map, which is the second Japanese set. And then Wind from the Sea, which is the third. And then Skyridge is the last E-series English expansion, which is Split Earth, the fourth Japanese set. And then Mysterious Mountains, the fifth. So this Jumpluff is actually from...
I failed the exam.
That's your cue. That's your cue.
I can't read it.
It's from Aquapolis. You were meant to remember what I said. Anyway, the point is, right?
What am I doing?
A lot of these cards are going insane right now. They're kind of like getting out of reach. Like I said, I was picking up cards like this for $60 with the intent to crack them. This is a great holo, by the way. Yukimori holo, early holo.
It's Yukimori. Okay.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And dude, cards like this have just gone under the radar. So like if you're a Yukimori collector, it's not too hard to collect Yukimori cards, but I think it's going to start to get really hard because
some of these Ditto cards are very expensive today.
Those are crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Charmander.
Yeah.
Charmander is like a big one that a lot of, I want to say like new wave collectors kind of get really interested on because it's quirky. So like you've got vintage Japanese collectors trying to get that. Then you've got like new wave collectors trying to get it because it's cool. And then you got Yukimori collectors trying to get it. It's a very expensive card now. But yeah, I feel like the days of buying those for sub 100 Australian dollars are like over. There's still far and few between. Locally, you'll find some PSA 9s for under $200, but they're just drying up. But the thing is that they were always low population. So like I don't like to talk about pop report too much when it comes to collecting, but it is something to consider. There are not a lot of them floating around. So
I mean, you were like going to Japan in 2023, and how many of those, I want to say PSA worthy holos did you find at stores?
In 23, a lot. So in 23, when you would find E-series, there wasn't as much E-series as there was old black Japanese holos, but there was a decent amount. And when you inspected them, condition was very good. You know, that was when I bought my Carrion's Umbreon. And like I looked over it so many times. I'm like, am I actually going to buy this now? Am I doing this now? Are we doing this? And I was like, I'm comfortable doing it. There was like one tiny little thing at the back of it, but I was like, I think that's just me being like a tiny little bit of whitening, but I don't even think it's there. So I was like, am I convinced? Sometimes when you look at the condition of a card, I'm like, am I convincing myself there's something wrong? Like, am I so like, what am I doing? Right. Yeah. It looks good to me. Right. And so most cards were like that. Now in 24, it was still decent. Now it's like, you've got to be at the right place at the right time. Yeah. Cause like you're at war over there. Like you're in the trenches, dude. You're fighting so many other collectors.
Right.
And you're fighting so many vendors and speculators and graders. Like you're in the trenches trying to get those cards. Cause like you got to be right place, right time. Like you got to be there the moment they put yesterday's sold stock on the cabinet before anybody else. And if you're 10 minutes late, GG, you've already lost. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay.
Dude, it's a battleground over there. And it's like
because there are still people going to Japan, right, with live streams and literally asking stores what cards are good to get and all sorts of, I want to say weird questions, but questions you want to rethink, what am I doing as a seller or whatever. There's still people out there, right?
People are just going to buy stock for their card shows or their rip and ship, like their live sell streams. Like they're just going and vacuuming. It doesn't matter what it is. Like they're just buying. It doesn't It just has to be passable, you know?
Yeah.
Because like the thing with like live selling is like, it would have to be like the only way I'd buy a card on a live sell stream, it has to be graded. So, because then I at least know, like what its appraised condition is. It's not about value. It's just like, okay, I know it's a 9. Otherwise, if you're buying a raw off a live sell stream, like you don't know what you're getting. I want to see photos. I want to see like microscopic photos of the card I buy online before I buy it. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair.
Or I buy it knowing that it's probably going to be damaged. Those are the only 2 reasons I'll buy a raw, because I'm satisfied from the photos that it's in good enough condition for the money I'm paying, or I just want the card and I'm accepting that there's probably going to be some damage to it. But yeah, which is why I've traditionally, when I collect vintage Japanese holos, I've just been going with 8s or 9s, occasional 10 if I'm feeling a little bit, you know, if I feel like there's a deals to be had. But those days, yeah, I think they're gone. Because for those of you that don't know how those sets were structured, the crystals were basically secret rares. So if the price of crystals is going up, then everything's going to go up with it, because then the pack price goes up because people are buying packs. And mate, don't get me started. That's another story. Pack collecting is like, that's crazy at the moment. You know, those E-series packs, I see them selling for between $1,000 to $4,000, depending. Mysterious Mountains, the last one, you're trying to get that unlimited, GG, it's over. Like, imagine spending $5,000 on one booster pack, Zach. It's crazy.
And that is still, but even opened booster boxes and packs are going for crazy amounts of money today. From
like empty pack, like empty stuff.
Wrappers,
yeah. Which is like, I get it. Like, it's cool. I'm gonna enjoy it. Look, I bought.
It's cool. It's cool.
I mean, I bought this recently, right?
That's cool.
It's empty, but I bought it because it had all the bulk in it.
Oh, that's crazy. That's nice.
Yeah. And this is just the bulk that I didn't sleeve because it was just like the whatever. You know what I mean? Like there are some cool cards in here, granted. Oh, see, there you go. There's always a cool card in there.
That is great bulk. You don't find it easily today.
No. But I saw the listing and it was like selling an empty box plus all the bulk. And I was like, pfft, and I paid 90 Australian dollars. What?
How much?
90 Australian dollars.
Oh, that it's a lot of AUD.
You think that is? No way.
But you don't see it every day. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, this box, I know that this sells for about 5,000 yen. So off the rip, the box is 5,000 yen. If I wanted to sell it, I don't care. But
yeah,
the thing is, all the bulk in there's probably like 100 cards of bulk, right?
Right.
Have you seen, this is another thing, I mean, we're going to have to just do another episode next week. But dude,
I don't see it.
That bulk, I see people at card shows selling bulk for like $5. It's like,
serious.
Dude, you have to come, let me show you. Where is it? I've got it here. There's a pile. I don't know where I put it. There's a pile somewhere. Hang on.
$5 for XY bulk.
Dude, I'm not even capping at the lure. I don't know where it is. I've got a pile of bulk somewhere. It's like
save it for the next episode.
It's all the bulk from this that is like considered the good bulk, right? Like your Ayakusube, your Himeno, Atsuka Nishida, your Komiya, right? Dude, so the Komiya Staryu from this set, right? That's like $5. And there were 3 in there. People are selling that card at card shows.
I mean, if people do need it and there's nothing else.
Buying it.
It's crazy.
I saw somebody sell a Floette from Sun and Moon. I saw a sold listing for a Floette common from Sun and Moon. Guess how much it sold for? Guess.
10.
No.
More or less?
More.
No.
$20. 20 Australian dollars, dude. You know how crazy that is? Because if there's just one Floette collector out there that's like dying, like they need it, right? They'll buy it, and that's where it's at. That's where things are at now. It's crazy.
I have difficulty accepting because I don't know if I am doing so well buying from Japan all these years, or people just want shortcuts and they are paying for that shortcut. I just have difficulty accepting that.
I think
it's difficult.
It's a matter of somebody feeling they're feeling a spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is demand for those cards. It's not like crazy demand, but there are people that want those cards. So if you've got them, you decide the price.
Right.
If I came in and was like, well, now I'm selling them, I would be able to undercut them, and I'd be able to last, I reckon, a few card shows. I'd last like 4 card shows, I reckon, before I sold out of all my Sun and Moon and Sword Shield bulk in Japanese of like the cute, like sought after cards, but that's, if a lot of people start doing that and try to sell commons and uncommon singles at that $2 to $10 mark, like it will dilute the price of it, but it's because nobody's really doing it. So like when you go to a card show, and I got to give it to them, it's smart, like people, the vendors that are doing it. But if you go to a card show and you're like, oh, everything's like $1 bajillion, so what the hell do I do? Oh, I can like collect these really cute cards that are from like 2018. What? It's only $5? Yeah, that's fine. Like I came here to spend money, so, and I want to put cute cards in my collection, and it makes sense. Now, do I think that they're worth $5?
That's a different question.
Like I said, if everybody who was opening if all those Japanese collectors and players who have their Sun and Moon bulk just rip it out and they just rock up at the card show, it'd be worth 10 cents. But because they're not, it's an accessibility thing.
Yeah, I think this is the thing with new collectors. I believe they just can't find it, and for me, it's like I've probably difficulty accepting these are like 10-year-old cards now, over 10-year-old. And
some of the Sun and Moon stuff, it's 8 years old.
Right. And I have difficulty accepting that. And for me to always stay like bulk, for some, the base set cards will always be bulk, for example. And yeah, I'm not a fan of that, if I'm honest. It's just
look.
Yeah.
You want me to show you something?
Show me.
Just give me 15 seconds. All right. Give something for the listeners. Tell a little story over the next 30 seconds while I'm gone. Just shoot something. Go.
Yeah. But honestly, yeah, those cards are. It's a thing with Kamiya cards as well. Kamiya cards have now been. There are very old Kamiya cards right now, and some of these X and Y cards have become very scarce in terms of accessibility. Yeah, it's difficult. I understand for the new collectors why for some of these are like, okay, let's pay that $5 and let's get it over with, because finding it can be very difficult, or sometimes you just want to see that card in person before you commit to buying it online, in which you don't know the condition of. That is possible, but Julian is back now. Now we are back.
We're back.
Okay. Quick recap. Now, what I did talk about is I do understand, for example, the Kamiya cards. Some of these cards are very scarce today from X and Y.
Yeah.
And sometimes I understand, hey, you have the card in hand, in person. I just want to get it over with, and before I commit buying online. And I think I agree with that sometimes. Let's just get it over with, and no shipping, no risk. I have it in hand, I'm done. Sometimes I can understand that way of buying, but it's not sustainable each time. And I think that's the recoil that is the thing. You can't do it every time. So what I do personally is I reserve it for the more expensive cards and not for the bulk. That is my way of collecting. Sometimes you do need that. Okay, instead of I will pay the 10 extra, I have more security.
Well, the thing is, and we're leading into this right now, and this is just one small sample, is that you can do that with the expensive cards because they're expensive because they are scarce. And so you can justify doing that and being like, whatever, I'll bite the bullet. Knowing that the bulk or whatever, like the common, easy to find card is going to be out there. And it is going to be out there. This is just one small little handful
Sky
I grabbed
Legend?
of Tag Bolt. No, there's
Tag
Tag Bolt.
Oh,
So this is Japanese team up, and like you'll see what I mean. Like all of these cards, like bang, Yukimori. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
$10.
okay,
That's $3.
Sugimori. You know,
That's $10.
you got an Aerodactyl, but like this is what I'm saying. Like you got a beautiful Dragonite by Kurosaki. You know what I mean? Like
I say $20.
this Charmander collector's like
$40.
But what I'm saying is like you've got a very cute Charmander here, right?
Yeah, right.
That not that it's Japanese and it's 8 years old. I want to say it's from 2018. So like that's where this is coming from. You know, one of Shibuzo's early cards, right? The Farfetch.
Yes.
So if you're a Shibuzo, so like you can see why people are like, all right, I'll drop the $5 on this. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
These are cute. These are good cards, and they always were, right? They always were, and this was every now and then I bump into see, like I see people selling this Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan combo,
Come here.
for like for like $5 or $10 for both cards. It's like a set, you know what I mean? It's like a combo set. Yeah.
The thing is, you know, I collect Komiya cards, and I did collect all Japanese Komiya cards, and the spares I have left, I may need to check that out because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is.
Like, if there's other Komiya collectors out there, which there are, they're going to be knocking on your door being like, hey, can you sell or trade me some of those doubles? Like, there's stuff I probably want to get off you. But so you can see, I can see it, but then also like I'm seeing it and I'm like, dude, I have like boxes of that from when I was opening up Sun and Moon. So it's all, I guess back to the E-Series stuff. It's all a byproduct of something happening around that set. So the Crystal Lugia, the people are speculating that's probably good. Like they might get a reprint this year because of that little teaser. So what ends up happening is the price of packs and booster boxes goes up because then people want to get the raw, like the clean copy, and then grade it and make their bajillion dollars. But then what that does is it lifts the price of everything else up with it, including the holos. So while the holos aren't like the hard chase of the set, that's the crystals. The holos go up too, which is what's happening with a lot of E-Series, Japanese E-Series at the moment. And that all stemmed from seeing those Umbreons, which are like, they're equally rare as every other E-Series holo is because they're all born equal. It's just that's Umbreon. So it's, I don't even want to know what that is as like an 8 or a 9, let alone a 10 right now, you know?
I mean, when did Umbreon cards really pop off? Because definitely before COVID, it wasn't like this, honestly.
No.
That's why I also collect Umbreon, because it was for the most part affordable. I believe after 2021, 2022.
Well, after Evolving Skies.
Right. Then definitely Umbreon popped off. Because why I'm saying this, looking at Espeon, the counterpart, is nowhere as expensive as the Umbreon cards. Still expensive for what it is. But yeah, for example, I don't have the Prismatic Evolution Umbreon, and I've been collecting Umbreon cards since 2017. It's almost 10 years now. And Prismatic Evolutions Umbreon EX Special Illustration Rare is the first card that I didn't buy because of how expensive it is for what it is. It's been 1 year old now. Why is it over $1,000? I still cannot understand, and I do understand.
If you were going to drop $1,000 on that, I would tell you, Zach, drop $1,000 on the gym promo, the XY gym promo. I'd rather you spend it, you know.
And that's why I'm saying there's so much more to buy with that cash in your hand. And no, for the first time, I'm happy with the Japanese only. And I can't be bothered getting the English version because it should be, in my opinion, maximum 150, 300 euros. And that's why I have Evolving Skies Umbreon VMAX today, because it was the 120, 150. and not
Yeah, don't
1,000.
remember.
I do want to remind people because it's an important lesson. The collection I have now is because it was affordable. And now that ship has sailed away because everyone wants to accelerate the end price. But that's not natural. It's not sustainable.
That's a great point. Accelerating to the end price. That is a great point because that is what it is, eh?
It is, yeah.
You can see it being that much eventually, but
Eventually.
in such a short window, yeah. You know, oh, dude, I remember where I was. I feel like we've spoken about this on the podcast before. I remember where I was when I bought Umbreon VMAX Special Art from EV Heroes. I remember the night. I remember sending the link to my friend Joe Guy Man, and both of us being like, are we really going to do this? Fuck it. And we just bit the bullet. It was 35,000 yen. And we were like, this is idiotic. We were like, what are we doing? And that was the bottom. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
We bit the bullet and we were like, we are stupid. We're chuds. We are the biggest, fattest chuds of all time. What are we doing? And that was the bottom. I reckon if I didn't buy that card that day, I never would have bought it because I would have seen it go to 800 and be like, I can't. And then it would have gone to 1,200 and I'd be like, I can't. And then it would have hit 2,000. I would have been like, I am no longer for this world.
Yeah.
I'm done, bro.
It's the same feeling I have at Prismatic now. And I did buy the Japanese counterpart. But that's how I feel with the English version. I cannot justify that kind of money for that card. And
It's so crazy. Do you know how much it is in Japanese now?
150 or 200? The terrestrial vessel, right?
No. That's the terrestrial. No, the Umbreon VMAX Special Art from EV Heroes.
Oh, I don't want to. 3,000?
Guess.
Yeah. Dollars?
Do you want to go USD or Euro or Yen? Let's go Yen.
Let's go Yen. 200, no, 250, 250,000?
No.
300.
No.
500,000 yen.
I think 500,000 as a
raw
near mint. I'm seeing an A minus on Card Rush is 470,000. That's crazy, dude. That's so crazy. That's insane. Anyway, we could talk about that for days.
Silence.
I don't know if we spoke about this. I don't know if the rest of you listening saw this, but the Tohoku, Fukuoka, and Hiroshima Pikachu boxes are back up on the Pokemon Center for lottery, not made to order, but back up for lottery, along with Mega Dream EX. Now, Mega Dream EX we knew was very likely to get or to see multiple reprints over this year as a minimum into next year. Typically, that's what happens for high class sets, but this is the third or fourth lottery for these boxes.
I think the fourth, if you include the original.
I think it's the fourth too. That is a lot. Now, the market price for these is about 20,000 to 25,000 yen. The retail price is 2,000 yen. But Fukuoka and Hiroshima Pikachu, those boxes hit like 60,000, 65,000 yen, and people were buying them. So it's crazy to see another reprint, though. I mean, we did say.
Honestly,
what did we say?
I think they realized they made a mistake with these products. This product would have been fine in 2018. This product would have been fine before COVID. But now they just probably realized, okay, we made a mistake. Let's do many lotteries as you can.
Why not just make to order at this point? Like, why not just do make to order?
I have no idea as well. I don't know.
I reckon it's coming. I reckon made to order is the final nail in the coffin for this, dude. I reckon, man.
They should have, but again, coulda, that they should have made these promos just free with purchase and release the merchandise separately without the promo. Honestly, this is how moving forward they should just handle these kinds of promos, because look at it. There's all sorts of people botting, and I'm going to sound very negative again, but it is reality.
No,
There are people
done so
spamming.
well.
No.
I'm joking.
But
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but
I'm joking.
it just so much saddens me because this is literally a promo that's so much celebratory. But yeah,
I think the reprint's good. I'm happy. I think it's awesome. I mean,
it is good, but this will definitely not satisfy everyone. And
no,
that's the thing. There will be people missing out, and for what?
No, I disagree. I think the fact that they are doing a 4th reprint is like
It
a
says
massive finger to all the people reselling and scalping and speculating and flipping these things. Like, it is a massive FU.
But will it drop the price significantly? That it will be?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's revisit after reprint.
Okay. I think the fact that they've reprinted this, they've done 4 lotteries. So they've done 3 lotteries post initial release is a sign that this is going to continue to see it printing. It's only been out for about a year, I think.
I agree. If there wasn't any reprints, it would be like to 60 to 50,000 yen.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. But let's see. Will it go below 15 to 10,000 yen? I think that's the goal there. Even in my opinion, above 20,000 is still expensive.
Yeah, above. Look, I think I want to be realistic because I don't want to be like idealistic and be like, yeah, it'll get to, retail value. No, yeah. I'll be realistic. I think where this lands finally is like, I want to say 12 to 15,000 yen. I want to say is where it gets to.
Let's revisit that.
Because before this reprint announcement, I was seeing the Tohoku box for about 20,000 yen in Japan, right? Now, what's happening in Japan is different to what's happening overseas. And I think this just comes down to lack of information. You see this box at card shows, people are selling it, trying to sell it for 400, 500 Australian dollars. So I can only imagine what's going on over in the States. And that's because those sellers bought it when it was at that high price, and they've continued to come and reprint it, which is hurting their bottom line, but they don't want to take a loss. So they just keep it at that price. And the idea is eventually, even if it's 2 or 3 years from now, it'll sell for that price. They'd rather hold it to the bottom. But they're banking on Pokemon staying popular enough that not everything liquidate. They have to liquidate everything. They'll just make their money on that in a few years' time. That's what they're banking on. But if Japan keeps reprinting it, that is going to break their back eventually. So I think it's time. I'm going to make I got to make a short talking about this because I need more people to see this because, dude, there's an LGS in Australia, right? In Melbourne, and they have like cabinets full of this thing. They have so many of these boxes and they're charging like 500 each. I want to say like at least 100 of each box.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Why does an LGS in Thornbury, Melbourne, Australia, Thornbury?
That's crazy.
You've never heard of Thornbury in your life. Why are there fucking 300 special Pikachu boxes just sitting in that store? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's do the numbers. Let's say they bought shortly after release for each of those. At a minimum, they would have been paying 30,000 yen for each. And if there are, like I said, 100. There's like 100 of each. So I don't even need it.
3 million yen?
No, yeah, each. So then it's 9 million yen for each. And then what's 9 million yen? It's 9,000 Australian dollars. I don't even use a calculator.
It's crazy.
So they would have dropped $90,000 on all those boxes. And then they're trying to sell them for 500 AU each. So they're trying to make $60,000 profit off of all of that. Let's run the numbers to make sure I'm not. 9 million. Yeah, 9 million yen to Australian is 9,000. Yeah, see, I'm smart. Crazy. They won't sell. They're not going to sell. They're going to sit there. No one is walking in and being like, today I'm going to buy a Fukuoka Pikachu box. Like, no one's doing that.
It's impulse. Like
they're going, today I want to go and buy a Ascended Heroes ETB. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I want to buy a Journey Together singles. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Mega Dream. Whatever. I'm not even thinking about it. I see another lottery. I'm just like, yep, cool. Expected, standard. Are we going to see Made to Order? Probably not.
Star Deck 100. Will that come? Will that get a reprint?
It got reprinted. Mega Star Deck 100.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
There was a reprint. There was a new wave of it. It wasn't on Pokemon Center, but there was a new wave through Japan.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish you would never say. I'm really annoyed that you said those words because you reminded me of.
I will remind you of Star Deck 100 with the intent of annoying you. I know, but it annoys me. It annoys me.
I mean, I was hovering over the Pikachu. I'm like, I love Pikachu. I have a Pikachu binder. Do I just buy this card at 60,000 yen? No. Like, what am I doing? It's a Star Deck 100 card. Like, I'm not doing that. I think it's like 2,000. It's like 2.
It's the same with the Lily. It was like 40,000 yen. And I was telling
30,
my friends.
30.
30, yeah. 30. And I was like holding off. No, I'm not doing this. And now it's above 80,000 yen or something like that. I mean, it's just absolutely. It's the same stuff with the Umbreon from thing going on, the prismatic. And at what point is this normal to me? No, this is not normal. I'm not going to commit it. It needs a big reprint, but I don't think it will ever go back to below 30,000 yen. I think that ship has sailed.
Look,
and
I'm gonna make a stance. I'm gonna say something very definitive. It's never right to it's wrong. It's definitively wrong to buy it at those prices. I'm just gonna say it. Like, might come back and have to eat my own shorts. But if I'm looking at spending $60,000 yen, so 600 AU on the Pikachu EX special art that's in Ascended Heroes now, but in Japanese was only in Mega Star Deck 100, right? If I'm thinking of buying that card versus something that's like 15 years old and also $600, I'm going to buy the 15 to 25-year-old thing every single day.
Yeah.
Because
correct.
It might be 1 year, it might be 2, it might be 3, it could be 5. It will come down. It's a modern, ultra modern card. They are printing out the wazoo with a lot of these modern cards. It's not going to hold.
It's not
everyone has diamond hands.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. Yeah.
No. So there's your advice. Take that little. JLUV said it. I'll have to eat my own shorts if I'm wrong, but yeah.
Hey, I have another interesting topic.
Yeah.
It's between China and Japan.
Yeah, I saw this. This was cool.
It's cool. It's cool if it's available. And if there's a thing, is it available everywhere? For Japan, the Japanese version, it's the. Let's pull the screenshot up. Yes, the illustration figure collection. This released, I believe, somewhere in last year in mainland China first.
Yep.
So what these are, I think, what do I have to tell? This is like figures based on official 151 artwork. And you get the corresponding promo along with it and a display card frame. And it's a gacha, so blind bag. You don't know what you're getting from these boxes. And the Chinese version is already out. The figures are, I want to say, widely available. And this is important because this is a mainland China first or exclusive product that is actually going outside of mainland China. So the cracks are already appearing. They cannot have everything anymore. And I'm in some way, I'm happy that I'm doing this. And the next big step is I want more of this. Yeah. More of these products going to Asia and English as well. What my first impressions of this product? I hope it will stay available for a cheap price because the promos are nothing. They are literally 1-to-1 prints of 151. There's nothing holographic difference, no promo numbering. The only difference is it's sealed in the pack. That is it. So there's no incentive beyond the figure that I need this product.
Did I like lose my mind or something? But did this go up for sale on the Pokemon Center online, Japan?
I believe it did.
As like first come, first serve?
I believe it did.
Well, as first come, first serve.
Friday, yeah. Sold out.
First come, first serve. In this economy. I missed that. That was March 13th. What?
You know, Julian.
What was I doing?
You know, Julian, even if this was available, I wouldn't purchase it. Why?
Why?
I just want the Gengar, and I'm not going to commit into buying 1 out of 13, blind bag boxes. Because
2,000 yen. This is the cool. I thought this was so cool. I bought a case of the Chinese one. I had a friend source one for me. I got a decent price. I think it worked out to about 40 Australian dollars per, because I wanted one of each one. And I'm not going to open it until I've got like a nice clean spot that I can put them on display. I think this is one of the coolest things.
This is a cool product. This is a cool product, and it should have done more. I do want the Gengar, and I've been waiting out on this maybe for far too long. But I just am like, I've already got so much merchandise. Now I have a reason to buy the Japanese version, but I want to wait longer until this figure gets sold separately. Not gonna bother getting the sealed product or anything like that. And I think this is a very cool product. I can't wait to get this, but there's no real incentive for me to get because the promo is just the same.
This is crazy. Nothing. People are selling this for 140 Australian dollars. Just one. So crazy.
Welcome to the hobby.
Yeah, I know. I guess Pokemon Center's got some cool stuff at the moment. I don't know if you saw the throwback Pikachu, like the nostalgic Pikachu plushie. Yeah, that's made to order now.
Right. And I believe October wave that's being released. I do eventually want to get that.
You should put your order down for made to order. It closes tomorrow. Just get it.
I know, but I do want a small one. Maybe I will, but the thing is, I don't know what to get in October, and I don't know what the future will be looking like in October.
That's true.
And I may be better off buying it on second marketplaces for maybe a bit more. I have no idea, but I already got the coolest plushes. I got a Komiya plush.
Yeah, that's true. You got some cool stuff.
I have cool stuff.
There's a very nice, because like I'm very fond of Pikachu. There is a very cool 30th anniversary Pikachu that's going on, I think tomorrow.
They have some very nice merchandise.
You should put these on the screen at this point of the podcast for the viewers on YouTube. Just do it in post. Oh, you can put it on now. Yeah, you had it. You had it there. See, there you go. Oh, you look at it.
I already had Pokemon prepared. I was prepared.
It's the popular product.
Number 2. So yeah, Pokopia is a different discussion. But
I still gotta get. Actually, that's a great reminder. It's sold out here in Australia. I don't know what it was like over in the Netherlands.
Going crazy.
I know there was a restock on the weekend, but I didn't want to put a pre-order down because I'm stupid or something. I don't know.
The images
loading. Oh my god, I didn't pre-order, and now the next shipment isn't until April. God, I'm such a chud. My chud life, dude.
Get it from Japan.
Dude, what the hell? I can't even get a copy of Pokemon. What's a man got to do?
From what I heard, the last minute orders were going crazy. The last reviews came out, and nobody was caring until the last minute. But okay.
Because when does the video game sell out in 2026? What are we doing?
All of a sudden, right?
I don't know, man. Anyway, we digress. Okay, I want to talk to you about this because you said you didn't really know too much about this. So this has been going around. It's making the rounds on YouTube because it's something that happened in America and it's like easy content for everybody to talk about. And Bash, which is PSA's graded card controversies. So I don't know if you saw this, but you know the lenticular deoxys?
I saw that.
Yeah. So basically, the guy wanted to reholder his slabbed 10 copy, and then somewhere in that process between, PSA getting it and doing that, they damaged it allegedly, and then it became a PSA 6, and they offered him a 22,000 payout.
Right.
But the last sold was about 46,000. There was that. And then there was a guy recently that that was selling a shiny collection Pikachu on PSA Vault, which is where they hold, like, you send your card into, from what I understand, you send your card in to get graded. It gets graded, and then you have the option of vaulting it, and then you can sell it from the vault. So they sell the card for you, and then you get the money. So they sold the card and notified him that it sold for about 700 US in January, but he never got paid. This is one that happened in the last week. They never paid him the money. Yeah. For like 2 months. And then 2 months later, in March, he gets a notification, oh, you've been paid, after him contacting support like repeatedly. So he gets his money like 2 months after. But the market price, the market price of the card had shifted. I think now the market price of a 10 was 2,000 US. So it's like a please explain. Look.
Yeah.
Since day dot, I've said this. If you're grading your cards for value, if you're grading cards and then you're just having them graded in your collection, I think you're wasting your money, because
and space.
You're putting all this confidence in a brand to uphold its image like indefinitely until the point that, like, you're paying all this money for them to put it in a plastic case and then that's it. If you're grading cards to sell them because you're trying to make money off it, fine, I get it.
Fair, yeah.
But you got to take the good with the bad, because you're literally, like, the profit and the money you are making is being propped up by some random company, like, just having all the prestige for some reason, and it's being graded by part-time casual workers. So like a casual,
no idea. Yeah,
a nobody. No offense, but like, if it was like the Harvard professor, most esteemed card appraiser, collectible appraiser in the world, that had spent the last 40 years, appraising and documenting collectibles, and they were appraising it personally, fine. Random, it's like the equivalent of somebody, I don't want to sound really mean. I'm like, I got to say something and then it sounds really mean. It's like somebody without, it's like that. There's no qualification, basically. It's just like it is an ordinary job. And then they're deeming that your card is a 10 or a 9. And that's the difference between you making $500 or $200.
Yeah.
$5,000 or $200. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So like, because this sounds like I'm victim blaming, right? But if you're playing that game where it's like nonsensical and you're profiting off of something that is nonsensical, you have to take the good with the bad, which is when they do stupid stuff like this, and that's it. I'm not saying what they're doing is right. I'm just saying you should expect this. It just should be expected.
Honestly, I am surprised that nobody has sued like big companies like PSA or the collectors, the mother company of that, for like millions of dollars, and not being on the news yet. Because I think that's the big next step that is going to happen with stuff like this. Some people with serious money will sue them for serious money. And let's see how that works out. But that's my prediction, that someone will step up and say, hey, I'm going to sue you because you are, I want to say, doing stuff like this. But on the other hand, I don't know what terms people agree with when grading or using their services.
They just make you sign, like, I can tell you from experience, I've been in their office. And like, it wasn't my card, but I was there when a card was personally graded by somebody who had it.
Right.
And it's like, sign the paper or we're not doing it. And it's like, the paper's like, you can't, it's just like a blanket NDA. I don't know how much of it would apply. Like what grounds they would have, what recourse they'd have to come after me if I didn't comply with the NDA. But that's not a path I want to go down. But it's basically like our way or the highway. you know?
Yeah.
But like the only way somebody sues them is if somebody is wronged. Like if the person who is wronged has a lot of money. So like this lenticular guy's got a good case. Like I just don't see how he doesn't have a good case. And if he's got enough money, he could shove it up there. But like it's like trying to sue Disney. You know what I mean? Like you're going up against
billionaires,
a massive company. Yeah. So are you going to win? Probably not. And it's why they get away with it. So, you know, grading is just that it's.
Maybe it is time for some big people with big money to step up and do a collective, suing with like multi-billionaires. If it takes that, but let's see. But I think that's the next big thing that is going to happen. But it's my prediction.
Yeah, it's just graded cards are just a model for. It's just like a money making model. You know, if you want to play, if you want to engage in that, you grade your cards. It's just it doesn't add anything to the card. I'm in the process of cracking a lot of the 8s and the 9s now because I've got time on my hands to put my cards into binders and sort them out nicely. So I'm cracking stuff now, you know. And like I said, the only reason I buy graded is because it's like I want to make sure I'm getting. This is a 6 that I bought, you know, and there's a fantastic binder copy, and that's why I bought it.
Do you have the Deoxys or not? Along with the Rayquaza? Oh, I do. I do. And how I got it was random in the Pokemon League from a player that's like 30 years into that. And it's all been yellowed and it's fantastic. It's like properly aged. And to see that the lenticular Deoxys popping up right now, like it's some next big thing, I'm like, what is going on? Nobody cares about these cards. I mean, who's getting into this? I have no idea. But someone this is all popped up. And I don't know where it goes from here. But it's a cool card, but not. I mean, these cards will eventually yellow. It's plastic, you know, on top of it. So in what even if you encase it and display it, the UV will likely age the plastic.
Degrade it.
It will yellow. It's almost inevitable at this stage. But that's all discussion. What do you want to say?
I just like when you're saying like I don't know where all this interest in this stuff is coming from. It's just social media. You know, all it takes is one big account to make a video about one specific card, and then all of a sudden, everybody there's like a whole bunch of eyes on it. Then there's barely any of it out there for people to pick up on eBay. There's like 10, bang, all of a sudden, valuable.
Hey, did you see this Atsushi Furusawa RCSV? And this card will age in 5 years. Arceus Legends, everyone loves Legends Arceus. And why you're not investing in it?
I mean, I have a lot of those, to be fair.
Yeah. We're joking about it, but this is literally what he said. All it takes is a video like this. People don't know what they like, and they are getting inspired by someone charismatic, and all it takes is a short video like that for them to go absolutely crazy. Yeah, I agree.
I should do it. I think I've got like 20 copies of that. I've got 2 binder pages because I think that is like a phenomenal card. I'm a sucker. Yeah. Look, Gen 4, Arceus, Atsushi Furusawa, promo stamp on it. Like, it's basically a special art promo. Ticks all the boxes. Thank you very much. I'll make the video.
How many do I have in English? I believe I purchased like 10 or 12 in English because of like €2. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Can't, stupid. Man, such a good card. It's like the Celebi V special art by Tezero.
Right.
Just like, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do a little bit of post editing. I'm gonna have to chop you out. I'll be making the thumbnail, so that'll be my part. But you might have to do a bit of post editing and put these cards on the screen for the people watching on YouTube because, dude, that was a free promo. Isn't that so crazy? Celebi V special art was a free promo.
It's a great card. I agree.
It is one of the best Sword Shield special arts. Like, it is probably top 5. It's a Celebi special art, dude.
For
It
free.
was 4,000 yen.
For free.
No,
at some
it was
point.
free, but then it was 4,000 yen. It was like, brother, what are we doing? I've got, I think 8.
I bought 3.
I got two pages in a 4 pocket. We're boasting now. Look at us. We're pigs.
No, I bought it at the right time for the right price. At release.
I mean, we were talking about, this wasn't on the list today, but we were talking about the 25th anniversary promos, the Japanese ones. That is funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to pull up because I want you to put this on the screen. This is great. This is a great little thing to talk about because it really just puts things into perspective. I don't know how quickly I can find this. I'm typing Kaitori 25th, see if that will pop something up. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. 8th of March. This is the tweet. I'm going to send it to you on Discord so you can pop this on the screen.
Yes.
But this is a buy list from Torokar Camp for the 25th anniversary promos, the Japanese ones.
It's on the screen right now.
Bang. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Dude, this is crazy. Sorry, I know can we get a this is crazy count for the podcast? So these again, these were free packs. You got 5 packs free. 5 or 4 when you bought a booster box in Japan. I think it was 5.
Something at least. You were getting packs if you bought the booster boxes and some of the products.
So these weren't a hit inside the 25th anniversary booster box in Japan. These were separate in their own little pack. Obviously, there's 25 of them. You didn't know what you could get. You could filter the pack and look through it with a light so you could see what you were going to get, which kind of just devalued all of the cards because it was like, well, it devalued the packs, right? But people were like, oh, well, like there's so many of these, so they're not worth anything, whatever. And at the time, you and I would be like, Umbreon? And we'd just keep, like every now and then we would just, like whenever we were buying cards, like we'd be buying some like special arts or art res or whatever. I mean, at least this is what I was doing. I'd be like, I'll put an Umbreon in the cart. 3,000 yen. Why not? You know?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? The Blastoise, the Venusaur. Like, the only one I didn't was the Zard. I just bought the Zard and that was it. Because it was like 12,000 yen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not worth it at the time.
Nah. I'm like, I'll get one because I want to have the complete set. But like, that's it. I'm done. But now, dude, bloody hell. It's crazy. This is the buy list.
Looking back, honestly, again, the Charizard's still not the best buy because it was like 18,000 yen at the most time, and now it's like 60,000 yen. The Umbreon was 3,000 yen, and it increased tenfold. The Charizard, it increased maybe 1 or 2-fold. That's crazy. Yeah. So that speaks volumes that Charizard's not always the best buy.
No.
It's funny.
The shiny Magikarp was 1,500 to 2,000 yen, and the Umbreon was 3. So those like 10x'd, which is just
insane.
The Pikachu was at its lowest, I think
3,000?
About 4,000. 4,000, yeah. I bought one and I lost it. Fantastic.
Good job.
I have a 10 now, which I won't crack. I would sooner sell that to a vendor and just get my money, and then I'd buy a raw and something else.
Why not the original?
Yes. Yeah. Why not the original? How much is the original?
I don't want to know.
Do you have the original?
In English. Unfortunately.
I have.
But I do have the English.
I have my original
I do have the English Shining Gyarados to match. So that is something I can be very proud of. Which I also bought like randomly, locally. Hey, my friend, his brother has this card in, I want to say, okay condition. This price you want to, let's do it. Done.
Say less.
Say less. I think this is the most important lesson. Again, that's why I always say, just keep collecting. Just keep collecting. You will find, now it's likely less to happen, but you'll find stuff like this, even when it's not hype. more often than you think is on your path. You just don't know.
Yeah.
It
It pops
happens.
up. It happens. Hey, speaking of things that just happened, and on the topic of the birthday Pikachu, so Kagemaru Himeno was in Melbourne, which is just wild, crazy. And it appeared out of nowhere too. It was like 4 or 5 weeks before she was due to arrive. They were like, she's going to hold an exhibition. It was called Melbourne Himemaru Gardens. And she displayed all of her, or a lot of her original illustrations, which are beautiful, by the way. And I'll circle back to this. I want to talk about Silcoon, but we'll circle back to this at the end of the episode. But
did she draw a kangaroo?
So she is drawing. She did draw a kangaroo and an emu.
Oh, is it?
Okay. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see the post that I put up from the event.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. You can see me looking like the happiest man in the world. But on the display for Melbourne Himemaru Gardens, she did like a mural kind of thing with like an emu, ostrich, or an emu, kangaroo, accept cookies, and then go to, click the second one. Click the second one. Yeah.
Yes.
And then just, oh God. Man.
I failed. I failed.
I'll do it. Okay. I'll pull it up. I got you. Snipping tool comes to the rescue.
Now, this is the secondary browser that I use that I don't have been logged in. Okay.
I can't even look. I'm gonna share the picture with you, and you can just put it on the screen. Okay. In this bit.
Okay.
It's more work for you. Anyway, it was fantastic. It was really cool. Got to meet her as well, which was just crazy. I was so shook. I was just like,
yeah.
I was very nervous, but I got to speak with her for a bit, ask her a few questions, which was awesome. She's lovely. Her team were lovely as well, her management. And yeah, just crazy. She signed her original piece. You can see there. She did a little sketch there. That's the only thing that you can see. But she did a few sketches on like original cards that they prepared for the event. And she actually drew a really, really nice sketch and signature on the back of one of her original art pieces, which was called Himemaru Gardens. That I won't share because like I don't know. It just was like it's incredible. The one that I think I shared it with you, but I don't want to share it online.
It's personal.
But that sketch was like so good, really, really good. So super lucky. But that was my first time meeting an artist. I've never met a Pokemon card artist before, so crazy.
That's great to hear. And was there like, I don't want to sound negative. Were the people asking for Pokemon?
Well, they're not. We know that we're not allowed to do that.
Yes,
like you're not allowed to get.
Did people ask anyway?
I can't speak to like what other people were asking because like it's like you went into the exhibition, and then the art was like on display, so like all her original art pieces were on display, and then if you had paid for a ticket to the event to meet her and to get like the original illustration, like a print of it, then you got the opportunity to speak with her, but it was in a separate part of it was like behind like a closed section of the exhibition.
I wanted to ask that. Was it like a line behind that, or just in a private room?
No, there was no line. It was just an exhibition in the Asia Arts Centre in Melbourne in Docklands. So it was like a typical traditional like art exhibition, like all the art was on display. And I want to say because I went on the Thursday and the Friday, so like I went during like work hours, so like it was pretty quiet. I didn't go on the weekend, but on the Thursday and Friday it was relatively quiet. Like there weren't people really in there, unless the people came to like for their allocated time to meet Himeno Sensei. And then like I said, like I wasn't privy to any of their conversations because it was just you and them in there, you and her and her management.
Did you have to pay an entry fee for that? For the
if you wanted to meet Himeno, yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it was not free.
To meet Himeno Sensei, no, it wasn't free.
Okay, but the exhibition was, or
the exhibition was free, yeah. So you could walk in.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool because, And like the video that I made, if you go on my Instagram, it's on my YouTube shorts as well, but you'll see the video.
Right.
I showed off the work that she had on display. But like too often, like it's fine, like because most people who are interested in the artist are more interested in their Pokemon illustrations.
That's fair.
But like a lot of these artists have like a big portfolio outside of Pokemon that is just as impressive. So there was a piece. I'll share the images with you and you can put them on the screen. But I was looking up this Silcoon card because I wanted to talk about this because I saw something on Twitter. And then I saw the Silcoon that Himeno had actually illustrated. So if you go to Silcoon on Art of Pokemon.
Oh, you want to put it up? Okay.
Yeah, open it up. Or I can link it to you. And I can show you the piece from her exhibition. I saw the Silcoon. I was like, dude, this is exactly like this is the same kind of vibe as one of the pieces that was on display at the exhibition.
Oh.
And it's just crazy. But like, it obviously makes sense. Like, why wouldn't it be the same kind of style? Like, it's the same artist. You know what I'm saying?
The Deoxys? This from
no. It was from Sun and Moon. You should go on Art on Pokemon. What are you doing, bro? Dropping the ball. Yeah, I'll link it to you. Gotta go on Art of Pokemon. Nah, I've linked it to you. It's on Art of. It's in your Discord.
I will open it.
Dropping the ball, bro. What's Kev gonna think?
I'm very sorry.
You got it up?
Sun and Moon, you say?
The second one. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sword Shield. Sorry, my bad. Sword Shield.
Apologize. No.
I'm so sorry.
No,
so
it's
that
okay.
Silcoon, right? It's like, I want to send you the proper image of this because it doesn't come up very great on my phone. But this is one of her original pieces.
It's cool,
right? It is the same. It's the same vibe. It's the exact same vibe, dude. I'm gonna send you the original picture, the picture of this, so you can see. But it was cool. Just like getting to meet her, obviously speak with her was like incredible, very insightful. But seeing all her work on display, it just gave me an extra appreciation for her illustrations.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, awesome. The Silcoon that I wanted to talk about though was not actually that one.
Which one was it?
This one.
Yeah, I pulled that up before. Oh, but this is
the reason
right?
why there's a different artist. The reason why I wanted to talk about this though was because Just Jack on Twitter, who's a listener of the podcast.
Hello, Just Jack.
Hello, Just Jack. You put a tweet up and you were like, I feel bad for any artist that has to draw Silcoon because it's like really hard to work with. Brother, this is a great Silcoon illustration. Like they can make it happen. You just need the right artist.
It's nice.
You know how much this was? Do you know how much this was, Zach?
I saw the price tag on there. He spoiled it himself.
50M. It's crazy. Sell it for 5. Oh dear.
I think let's end this podcast. By the way, very off topic. I have been playing on this, the PSP.
Oh, he's got the PSP.
Yes. Now, I bought this 2 years ago. It's a PSP 1000 fat model, and I believe it's like 20 euros. This thing is so cool. I recently modded it, custom firmware, and new battery because I didn't have one.
Yeah,
fantastic
go do that.
purchase. So many cool games on there, and I had fun. I had a blast. The couple last week. I mean, so much. I've had PSPs before. Don't get me wrong, from my youth. But this stuff. I mean, this is more than 20 years old now. I mean, look how nice it still looks. It still holds up.
Yeah,
so nice. But yeah, enough off topic. Anything
I got
you
my
wanna...
Vita here. It's sitting in this drawer. I've got my Vita here because I'm like, yeah, I got to play this.
Send it to me.
But
I want it.
Sell it? No way, dude. I love the Vita. This is a great console. It's like
I'm getting a one again. I regret selling mine. Back in
sold
20.
Vita? Crazy.
I sold it back in 2019 before the custom firmware and Vita 2 SD adapter was a thing. Before that, it was like discontinued. Nothing spectacular on there. Then I sold the Vita, and after like 2 to 3 years, I regret selling it because of those mods. Now,
Never
today,
sell old hardware, bro.
no, I made a mistake, which is funny because I did had the 64 gigabyte memory stick from the Vita, the proprietary Sony
Oh yeah.
memory card. And I remember like there was a lady wanting to buy my Vita off there. We met up and she was like acting interested in the console, and what she really came for was the Vita stick. And she was like acting real bad. And I said, why are you wasting my time? You could have just said you want the stick, memory stick from the start, and I would have been happy, to sell it to you. But now you don't want the console, which is like at the time 50 euros back then. So if I sell my stick to you, I'm left with a piece Vita that nobody wants. What are you thinking of me? I mean, am I stupid? If you want my stick now, you pay $150. Euros. Then I will sell it to you for wasting my time. Then I sold to a friend the memory stick for €8. Then I sold the Vita separately. That's how I parted ways with it, because I was a student. But I will get one eventually again from Mercari or something from Japan, and I will have some fun on there. By the way, Muramasa and the Demon Blade, very, very cool game. If you haven't played that one, it's the best Vita game in my opinion on there. It's been a week.
I think I have that. I don't think I played it though.
Play it.
Wait, I'm looking it up.
Play it. It's from, I believe, Vanillaware, which did very cool games. Definitely play it. But let's end it here.
Yep.
Thank you everyone so far.
Is that vanilla? Is that vanilla?
Vanilla, yeah, Vanillaware.
That is Vanillaware.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
People are like begging for a remake for so long, but this game is like dead to them for some reason. I have no idea.
You've sent me down a rabbit hole. I'm on eBay looking at PS Vita stuff. Dude, I didn't know PS Vita memory cards were so expensive. 32 gigabyte is $160.
I believe that proprietary memory card.
It is proprietary,
one of the downfalls on selling that handheld at the time.
That's crazy.
But now you have a Vita 2 SD adapter. So you can revive it, mod it. Now you have your own library for a fraction of the price. So that's why I regret selling that Vita.
Yeah. All right, that's it. I'm going to buy, the second we end this, I'm buying Muramasa Rebirth and I'll play it because you told me to. Okay.
It's clean.
Look, the one thing that we didn't talk about that I think we should just have this be next week's dedicated episode, or maybe we just do another episode within the week, was Ninja Spinner. There's so many new illustrations that I would like to talk about. And I think a lot of people that watch and listen to the podcast want to hear us talk about. So maybe we do like a special or like another episode this week. Or
that's good.
Yeah?
Good to me. By the way, speaking of Ninja Spinner, I purchased singles, and right now there's a war in our... already, yes. And there's a war in Iran.
Straight
and the proxy shipping services are suspended with Japan Post. So my cars are likely getting held hostage for the time being, and my boxes as well. I said to my friend, here's Japan Post announcing the risk of returns and delay. Please hold them for me. And he did. But the singles I purchased off web shops in Japan. Let's see how it will end.
I pray they get to you soon, brother.
Nah, it's also fine. It's not the worst case, but let's see. Ninja Spinner. Get those fidget spinners out.
Yep. Nice, dude. All right. Okay, thank you everybody for listening to this week's episode of the Pokeca Talk podcast. Hope you enjoyed it.
Right.
I feel like we covered a lot. This was a relatively long episode, but there was a lot that we wanted to speak about. But it was good. We'll be back.
It was good.
We'll be back within the next. We should try it. We should target like fortnightly, but I think we should target fortnightly and just make it 2 episodes a month. But we'll have a bonus episode for you, and we'll go through Ninja Spinner, and we'll specifically focus on Ninja Spinner. That way we don't get sidetracked.
Let's put it this way. Please leave a like, comment as much as possible. Keep us motivated to post more and record more, of course.
It's on
Keep
you.
us motivated. Yes, please.
Share this with your friends.
Share it.
Share the podcast with your friends. Nah, we'll keep doing this no matter what. But thank you as always. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, iTunes. It's the same thing. YouTube. Thank you everybody for listening. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, share, all those good things. And we'll see you again soon. Take care, Zach.
Have a good one. Same to you. Take care, everyone. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Ta-ta. Bye-bye.